Alright, today I want to talk about my mobile moxie project, or garden with moxie. By the way, do you hear that? That's a thunderstorm that we're having. It's kind of awesome. Okay, so this is my garden. This is my lovely zucchini. Got a few more coming along. My cricknuts are doing something weird. I'm waiting to see what they actually do. Anyways, these are my, what am I thinking? Cute tiny cabbages. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts, that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, so these are my Brussels sprouts. And these are my turnips. My bok choy gone to seed, collected the seeds. My tomato, I don't know if he's going to do anything more. He's throwing out some fruit, but we've had a weird summer, so I don't know what he's gonna do. And you guys have to check this out. Look down there. This is a broccoli, and he's got a broccoli floret. I'm so excited. So I've got broccoli, my first broccoli ever. I feel like such a good mom. Okay, so see how awesome he looks. Okay, and of course my heritage beets, they're looking lovely. This is a shard. I've let it go in a seed. Now that I've gotten the seed, I'm gonna hack it back and see what else I can do with it. Onions, of course. You see the carcass of my cucumber plant that I need to finish harvesting the last. I have gotten probably 20 pounds of fruit off of this cucumber, but it's definitely done, as you can see. It got blight. I wasn't sure how to really address the blight, but that's what happened. Anyways, thanks for being interested in the Garden with Moxie project. So, gardening is really freaking awesome. I mean, you study it all the time. You have to be meticulous. You have to be kind of relaxed and accept failure. By the way, I want to get this shot. I have a little honeybee. Isn't that gorgeous? Okay, thanks. And now in focus again. I love honeybees. I've loved honeybees since I saw my first one. I love the fact that they work really hard. I think they sparked one of my early interests in science, because their honeycomb was so beautifully the honeycomb shape is so mathematical, and yet it's so very organic. It just made sense, and science made sense, and being in a garden, it made even more sense. And I really wanted to bring a seed bank to life. I was speaking with a friend, and the friend was telling me how she really wanted to do a seed bank. And I was just so in awe of that idea. I'm like, well, a seed bank can cost a lot of money, but a mobile one would bring it to the people and inspire them more. because it was right where they could access it. You know, like where you'd find a food cart. Well, this would be like pre-food, where you could, you know, purchase your seeds and your soil and tools and get some advice on how to garden, even in a small spot. And I think that we all have small spots that need some growth in our world. So I think you need to have a lot of gumption to start growing things, because it takes patience. You have to have a lot of moxie to be patient, and accept that it will happen. You just have to put the work in, and you have to trust that it will happen the way it needs to happen. That's why, you know, we throw in the word organic. You're involved in the process. Organic doesn't mean hands off. It just means, you know, don't be stupid. Pay attention to the math. Pay attention to the nature. Nature is mathematical. Watch as the art and life of your garden asks for attention. And case in point, my cucumbers, they were asking for help. I didn't really know how to help them, and I was actually not healthy enough to fix them or help them at the time. But now that I know how to fix them, I'm actually able to save my crooknecks out there, because they've got the same blight, and I now know the solution, and I'm now doing the work. So if you do the work, good things will come. That's just mathematics. It's the equation. It has to balance. Anyways, so the mobile seed bank is going to take a lot of work. I'm happy about that. Any good thing requires work, thought, and attention. And that's what I want to accomplish. I want to be the green I see in the world. I want to be a part of that process. I want to just make sure that, you know, there is enough seed in the future to be able to enjoy a garden like this. I think that we're in a new renaissance where we are rediscovering something that we tried to throw away. I don't think we intended to throw it away, but, you know, life happens. I know that there are many things in my life that I've accidentally thrown away, that, you know, I've regretted and worked really hard to get back. The thing is that we can get back a lot of diversity if we work hard at it, in our seed and our environment. I think that GMOs, genetically modified, is such a tricky thing to say, because we modify things all the time, and that's what gardeners do. They manipulate all this, and it changes the genetics. I mean, we do grafting, you know, we breed, and that's all forms of genetic modification, but it's not a fast track. It's a longer route, and you know, that's fine. The longer route is good. To me, the longer route means that it tests itself as you go. I think that's part of what organics is, and doing it the natural way is just letting it, you know, taking the long route to get the right answer. I think that's the most important part, is the right answer. And that being wrong is part of finding the right answer. I'm all for genetics. I think it's good for us to search and learn. I don't really want to do genetics on our crops and then eat it right away, because that seems stupid. It seems like a fast track to disaster, because it's, if we're eating modified, genetically modified in a lab before we've tested out what it will do ultimately, you know, to our systems, then we're shortcutting science, and that's just dumb. We can breed resistant, you know, plants, but if we genetically modify something and don't test it before we ask, you know, people to eat it, then we're gonna have problems. And that's the reason why I don't like the modern genetically modified stuff in a lab. I want a lab to be a garden. That makes sense to me. It's slow, it's a lot of hard work, and not to say the lab isn't hard work in like a clean, sterile environment, but it forces you to pay attention in ways that you weren't expecting. Anyways, this is a lot longer video than I expected. I'm gonna go ahead and log off here, but please support my project on Garden with Moxie, because I think that we need that. I think we need, you know, the guts to go forward and plant a garden, even in the smallest of spaces. I think it's important that in the City of Roses, where we have this world's smallest park, we can have the world's smallest seed bank. So that's the reason why I want to start the Garden with Moxie project here in Portland, Oregon. Take care, love you all, and be good.